Hello, once again, everybody. Welcome back to some more Greg Tech New Beginnings. I am Towkn, and as you can see, I might have done some stuff upstairs to move some stuff around. And yeah, it took quite a while to try and figure out how I wanted to get it done, but I was able to get it done. So let's go look at it. Of course, before we look at it, um, darn, I don't know where I put them. Let's go back in here. I should have two more deployers. I don't know where I put them though. Let's go ahead and throw some of this stuff here for now, because I don't really need all of that. Oh wait, there they were. I saw them. I was gonna say, I thought they were in my bag or my person, but yeah. Anyways, we come up here right now. You can see we got some lava in there. There's not a lot left in there for now, which is fine. Um, but so we have everything. I took all of this stuff down. I mean, I need to either remake a thing for that or just connect that all the way down to the ground. I will probably end up connecting it down to the ground. Although those need burners too, possibly. So I'll decide that later. They might not go all the way to the ground, but almost all the way to the ground. Anyways, what I could do now is I could throw a thing on here. It'll go down, do that stuff, right? So we're for fell down. I fell down. So the clockwork burner, right? We click on this again and we hover over the clockwork burner. We can see it takes step, 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 step. There's a lot of steps, right? There's what, 7 steps times 2. So what we could do now is we could throw it on there. It'll do the first thing, it'll put it down, it'll go do the second thing, it'll then go down the belt to the lava. Get dripped on lava, go around, come here, get smashed. And then this right now, this was double smashing because, yeah, of course that's going to do that, and that's going to do that. So actually, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Turn that around, and then I can put that down, and we can put that down. That was set to double smash. I had that like that, so that we can make a bunch of wrought iron. Apparently, we got nuggets somehow too. Not entirely sure how that worked out, but whatever. We now have a whole bunch of wrought iron, so that, yeah, I did that so that it would cycle through. We'd have a bunch of wrought iron for anything we need wrought iron for. Because there was something I was gonna make that needed it. I don't remember what it was. No wait, never mind. It was these. We need a lot more of these electron tubes. So let's go ahead, grab that wrought iron back out. Nope, it's in that one. There we go. We click here. We could then shift click on that. We're actually going to take half of it back out. We'll click that, and then we will click on our thing here, and that'll probably just make whatever. Okay, there we go. So with that, we just need some andesite screws, which I was gonna say I know we have some, but we technically don't. They're in bolt form right now. We need 7 of these because I already have one, right? No, never mind. Oh, wait, yeah, I already have one. So we go like that. Then if I shift click this, because we only have one plate. Okay, so there we go. We go like this then. No, I should have more plates. Do I have more plates? Do I have more plates? Did I put them somewhere? Or did I already use? It's quite possible I used them. There's some poor steel plates. There's poor steel. But yeah, you can also see there's all that. He's doing stuff, so let's go ahead and sleep. But yeah, I went out exploring, got a bunch of barrels from another thing, because I went and got all of the crushing wheel and a couple other things while I was out. Got a couple cauldrons while I was out as well. But I'm gonna say it doesn't look like I actually see. Wait, andesite alloy. Wait, why? I'm missing something then. We shift click on. What am I? Oh, okay. I see what I'm short. I'm not short on the rose quartz, not the other thing. Okay, so let's go like this then, and we need to find our rose quartz. There we go. And I believe in here is where I put this. Yes, yes it is. Okay. Let's go out here then, and up here. And I was gonna say, sadly, I think if I put this on here, it's going that direction, which kind of sucks. So if I go like this, is there anywhere I could put this that would then also, I might be able to put it right there. Maybe if I can get over here. Okay, so can I put it right here? So like if I put this right here, right? Yes. Yes, I think this will work. I think this will work. If I could go like this, and I could put that right there, that should be turning that way. I could actually go ahead, put that right there. I will take this off of here and connect it that way. And then if I took the gems, right, and we just go like this real quick and toss them down. Okay, nope, they're coming towards me. Even though that goes that way. So is that just backwards then? So like if I did take this down and we put it right here, right? And we did hook it up to this. See, that showed it rotating that way, but if I throw that on, okay. But that didn't actually polish it. Does it just need to sit on, does it need to sit on a polisher longer then, I guess? Okay, so then if I go like this, we'll just take it off of here for now and throw it right there. And if I throw it down on here, I can get over there. Okay, so it actually, that is, yeah, so that's just going too fast then. Okay. So we need one that's moving much, much slower for this to go on, or we would need to make a couple of belt grinders. Okay, so can I slow this down, or do I need to just do something else? Because like right now we have this over here that's all going super fast. I mean, this isn't actually working, so it's not even going, everything's not even going as fast as it could. So the belt grinder for now, we might just have to go way up top and put it up there, or make another one. How hard were these to make? We would just need that. Okay, so let's go ahead and make 2 of these. Of course, I wonder if I was to put it where it, I know, because that's still gonna fall off. Yeah, so of course what we could do real quick, we could do it. We could go in here. This is gonna take a little while to set up. We grab this out and this out. We have a wood block already. We got some gears and stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and just take this. We'll come out. Let's come out over here where we can just go ahead and go like this real quick. We'll just go right here and go 1, 2, 3. Go like this. Actually, we'll go like this real quick and crouch and put that there. Crouch, put that there. Put this here. Go like this. Grab this windmill bearing. Put it there. Okay. Then we can break that. Put it right there. And then we can break this. Of course, it'd be better if I had an axe on me, just because I think I'm going to need it. Possibly. Okay, so let's go in here. Find a random axe if we have one. There's one right there. Okay. So we'll come down here. We'll just go like this real quick and break these. Like so. And then we could take these windmill parts and go 1, 2. We're just going to go like this. And that's not where I wanted that. There we go. We could put that out like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's not the direction I wanted that. Can I turn it with this? No, I can't. Wait, I can't. So if I go like that, and I go like that, there we go. Okay. And then we go like this. That'll give us that one. And then we can just climb up top here. Put this one like that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we just go down here. Break that. Come around here. And click on that. And you can see that's turns at a pretty slow speed. So then we could probably just go ahead, pull this off of here. And put the belt grinder on it there. That was green. I don't know if that means anything, but we can now probably just go ahead, take this up here, throw that on there. And as you can see, it sits on there long enough. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so that'll sit on there long enough. So we can, what I could do is set up essentially a little belt system to feed it, but I think I could also just go like this for right now. And then just sit down here. And these will come raining down on me. We'll make a bunch of them, and then we'll make our things that we needed. Okay. There we go. That's more than enough. We could just let those fall down too. I'm not too worried about them. We can pick them up later. Okay. But then we can come in here and shift click on this to make these 7 more of those we need. Actually, no, I can't, because we need a new screwdriver. Which means we need 2 more iron rods. So we'll go like this real quick and just make a bunch of those, because I know I'm going to need a bunch of those too. We're going to need some iron plates. Yeah. I need some iron plates to make a new file. There we go. Okay, so screwdriver. Yep. There we go. We need a stick too. We didn't have any sticks on us. I thought we had sticks. Oh wait, I probably had 1 stick and I just used it for. Never mind. Okay, there we go. Go like that. Then go here. Get that. Click this and get the other 2 of those we're gonna need. So we can then grab this, run it around. and put it on the second deployer. Okay, I'll run over here, grab all this. And then we'll run in here again and go the next thing we needed to smash down. Well, actually, we need more of those, don't we? Because we needed a second set. So we need, at that point, we're going to need 8 more of these. So you know what? I'm going to make all 15 of those that. And if we click here, I'm going to go like this, though. Go 1, 2, take that off. So we just make the 8 more. There we go. Okay. Because when we hover over this, we need a second set of them. Okay. And then we needed 10 of those. We have, or not 8 of those too. We have 10, so we'll be good there. We'll go like that. Take these. And I believe these went in second, right? Look at that. Second. Yes. They go in second, so they go in right there. And that'll go in right there. And then we can come in here and sleep. And yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and eat carrot juice real quick. And go, okay, so that's everything we need for that. So now we just need to make 4 of these, which means we're going to need 4 more of these. And again, we can only make 2 because that's how many of the wrought iron things we have for this. We do need a new saw, which means we need 2 more iron plates, which means we need some more iron. Just do that. Go like this, make some more iron. Then we go like this and make a new saw. So that we can shift click on this. And make some more of those. So that we can then click on this. And we needed 4 of these. I already made 2. You know what? We'll just make more just in case we need them as well. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so there's that. We then need a bunch of iron bars. So if we click on this, go like that, shift click on that, we can make a bunch of iron bars. And then the netherrack, which I believe is in here. Yep, there we go. And then I could shift click on this, which... Oh yeah, because we need more iron plates. We need more iron plates. Okay, so we'll go like this, we'll just go like that, take all that out. And just make a stack of iron plates. Then we can shift click on this, and that lets us make 6, but we only need 3, 4 for now. You know what? Yeah, we only need 4 for now. We can make some more later if we need to. But what I could do now is I could bring these up here. Bring them over to this. And throw them on there where it'll go boom, boom. And those will just continue to go around till it gets into there. And it'll go into there. And then we'll start getting those. Okay, perfect. But they don't stack, which does kind of suck, but that's fine for us. We can then just come in here, clear out the inventory, and then run all the way back up here. Ooh, that ran out of lava, so we need to get some more lava, though. So let's find out if we have another bucket of lava already. We do. Let's go ahead, take it up. Put it down there so it gets sucked up. Okay, there we go. We got that. That'll give us the 4 of these that we could then bring all the way down here. Toss on, toss on, toss on, toss on. There we go. And that'll give us our 4 blaze burners a lot quicker than by doing it by hand. Or our clockwork burners, I guess we should say, right? So we got that. We now have 4 clockwork burners. We could bring them back over. We could put one down right there, one down right there, one down right there, and then we could just bring the other one down here and put it underneath there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now the next thing we need to work on, we need to find dripstone. Like actual dripstone instead of like the dripstone blocks that we got. So, did we ever make ourselves that nature's compass? I do not remember. I know we have a compass in here somewhere. I just don't remember if I ever made the nature's compass or not, if I was even able to. I'm going to say since I have 2 compasses, I did not. So let's go ahead, look at this, and go nature. Or we'll get nature's compass, which is logs and saplings. So that's actually really, really simple. We could just come over here wherever we have our logs. I'm pretty sure rubber logs will work. Grab out some saplings. Click on here. Shift click on there to get a nature's compass. And then we can just put the rubber logs back in there, the saplings back in there. And then if I click on this, we could then type in drip. Yes, okay, good. Dripstone caves. We have 2,000 blocks that direction. I don't think I have gone 2,000 blocks that direction yet. I mean, I've gone way over here. So it's quite possible. But that is going to take a while for me to get to, so let's go ahead. Again, throw some of this stuff in here that we don't need to hold on to. Grab out a weapon. No, go ahead, grab that out. Let's go ahead, throw that in. We'll keep the axe on us. We'll keep the carrot juice. We'll throw that in there. Anything else in here we might need? I don't, you know what? We'll take our shears with us in case we go across sheep. But that'll be fine. We can then do that. I believe one of these I put a bunch more carrots in. Yes, I did. There we go. We could do that. And then grab this again. Go like that. Do that. And make sure we grab this one. There we go. So that's 40 things of carrot juice. Which will be fine. Let's go ahead, take that out of there, put that there. Put that there, there we go. We'll take a bucket of water. We'll need our boat, which I actually can't remember if we still have or not. Is it even out here? I don't see our boat. Doesn't mean it's not there. It could have been over here. I don't remember where I left it. If I left it. It might have been another thing. It disappeared when I crashed again while playing. So, oh no, never mind. There it is. I took it out. Okay. So we have our boat. We have our boat. We have our weapon. We have that. We need our pickaxe wherever we might have put it. We'll go ahead and take our shovel. Just make sure our pickaxe isn't here. We'll go ahead and clear this out as well. So we could go like that. There, actually, let's go ahead put that in there too. We need our sleeping bag. And there's our pickaxe. Okay, there's all of that stuff. We then also want torches, so we'll grab out a stack of lignite. And again, I believe the torches, I mean, it's just like normal, right? DOR. Right? It's just going to be coal or whatever. And lignite, yes, the lignite just makes 3 instead of whatever. Okay, so that's fine. So we'll just need a bunch of sticks. So if I can find sticks again. I know we have a whole bunch of them, but where are they? There's 4. There's 1. There's 43. There we go. So that'll give us a couple stacks of torches, which should be fine. We need more. Let's go ahead and keep the lignite on us. And maybe we'll cut down a tree or two along the way so that we can get that. And we will come back once I have some dripstone. Or if I find anything cool along the way. Okay, well, I'm going to say it kind of sucked. So I went up there, right? I went up there. Where it is. I did find a forge hammer in the water. Now I'm way over here. Because I decided to just run out over here. And while I was running over here, I looked at the map and I saw that there was this little thing here that I hadn't visited yet. So I was like, I'll go over there and visit that real quick first. But I got up here. And right here is pretty much where that, in this area, it's pretty much where it is, the dripstone cave. But as soon as I got over here to about this lava, I crashed. Restarted, ran around this way, went up this way, crashed. Restarted, ran around this way, got over to here, and crashed. Because of that stupid stair thing again, because, you know, for whatever reason, the stairs are not being placed in properly all the time. You could see them right there. That's definitely not placed in properly. If I was to break one next to it, right? So if I go like this and break that, how it fixes it? Yeah, but I noticed just now there's a bunch of train tracks here. That's actually pretty cool. I don't think we're getting anything for those ones, the broken ones. Just those ones. So we have some train tracks, but we also have this, which looks like some sort of other create building, and I ran around it once just to see what all was here. But yeah, look at all this. Look at all this nice stuff that we can get. We get a bunch more stuff from here. I don't even know what this is. This is a portable store. Oh, I know that. I'm pretty sure it's a relatively new thing to this. Maybe, I don't know for sure, but we'll grab a andesite panel. We'll grab this belt. Ooh, nice. Nice. That's very nice. The mechanical arm means I don't have to make one. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab all of this stuff. Because yeah, andesite. I don't know if I'm really gonna need these. We'll grab a couple of them, and if they come in handy, we'll say good. But yeah, getting some of these things, that's actually really nice. The honestly, the mechanical arms are gonna be the nicest thing. Because with the mechanical arms, we'll be able to make our thing. Cause I was gonna have to make a. Oh, okay. Here's a zombie out there. Go like this quickly. Don't know where you came from. There we go. We're gonna go like this. And I did have a bunch of dirt that apparently disappeared when stuff happened. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what this structure is supposed to be. Because I've seen it a couple of times now. I'm guessing that's some sort of fluid tank or just the way that the sorry, I got a hiccup there. The thing makes a fluid tank for some reason. I don't know. But let's go ahead and grab ourselves some more item vaults. I don't even know how many items can stay in like these vaults, but we'll grab all of them. And that's actually an extremely good find for a building. Sucks that I didn't notice it there before. But I mean, we got a bunch more item vaults. We got a bunch more copper pipe or fluid pipe, some copper things. We got a smart fluid pipe now. But the biggest thing was the two mechanical arms. Honestly, the spouts. The spouts are pretty useful, and again, another mechanical press, pretty good. But yeah, but anyways, as I was saying, I kept crashing because of the whole stairs thing again, the stone brick stairs, which for some reason is making me think that the two areas where it's doing it, so if we open up the map again, the one area that it does it up in here, wherever it was, somewhere in here, and the other place over there are both stronghold. Like there might be the fortress stronghold thing there. And of course, I keep falling in a hole. But I have a feeling that that might be where that's at, the fortress of the stronghold, so that we can. So we might not be able to do anything with the end for a while. This mod pack seems to update pretty slow from what I've noticed so far. But anyways, I came over here. I just ran over here, saw that. Went ahead, put the nature's compass back on, and found there's another one that way. It was only like 700 blocks away from there. Of course, you know, it's an extra 1,000 blocks overall. Let's see what we got here. More iron. But it's just 700 blocks this way from that section back there. So it's like, yeah, we'll just keep going, and we'll find our dripstone cave, hopefully. Of course, we keep finding all these ravine-like areas. And of course, now we're in another shrubland. And then there's the dry lands. Of course, probably might. I mean, 300 blocks is still a ways away. I don't know if it'd be worth going down in there. Yeah, because that's would have still been a very, very long dig going down in that one. So, okay, good. Anyways, we'll come back once we get over there. Okay, so the dripstone cave seems to be right under here, which is nice that it wasn't back in there, but it does kind of suck that it's down underground, right? Because it's a cave. We might be able to, or it says 61 blocks that way. I say we might be able to just dig down there, but I think we'll actually still just come over here and just start digging down this way, and then we'll see what we can get. Yeah. Of course, we are getting more terracotta out here, which is nice. I don't know if we're going to need more of it for something or not, but, you know, it's nice. So let's go ahead. Go like this real quick with one torch. Other torch is in our hand, and then we'll go down. And get down as far as we can before we hopefully find our cave, get some dripstone. And this is all just so we can make our steam boiler better. Make it so it's automatic so that it keeps getting some whatchamacallit, fuel. That's the main purpose of this excursion, is so we get an automatic steam boiler so it keeps getting heat fuel that we don't have to worry about, and stuff like that. Okay, what we actually forgot to put torches up along the way here a little bit. There we go. 24 blocks that direction, so we should still be able to just turn here, go down this way. But yeah, let's go get that dripstone. We finally found it, and actually could have just went into it from the ground there. Go like this though, and get some dripstone, like so. And there we go. We now have decent-ish amount of dripstone. Come over here. There's a couple creepers down below. Wonder if I can go like this. I did think I'd be able to break it from there and get them still because, yeah. But if we just come up here, we could have just went in that hole right there. Yeah, but we're just gonna run over here real quick, away from that thing, sleep. And yeah, the first dripstone cave I found, I was just going around trying to find a thing. I found a spot that had just a bunch of the dripstone blocks, so I went ahead and just got that. I guess thinking maybe I'll find a cave that has what we need in it, but couldn't find it. So yeah, that's what we ended up getting, was just a bunch of those. And then I was like, well, let's go the other direction. Because suddenly I kept running into a spot that was just called Spider's Nest, and I was like, that just doesn't sound like a fun thing to deal with. In case it's deadly, let's not deal with it. So I went ahead, turned around, went the other direction, and that's where I found that big cave, which now gave us a 30 dripstone, which is more than we need. Right now, we only have enough cauldrons for 4. So, yeah. Anyways, time to head back home, which is 1,600 blocks that direction. Oh, we got sheep. Hello, sheep. Yeah, thank you, sheep. Let's go ahead and hit B, though, again, real quick, and just throw a bunch of that stuff in there. Take the torch off so we don't have to worry about that. Just some chickens. But yeah, let's open up the map though real quick. Anything cool looking? We got some more sheep down there. It's way down there. There's more sheep way up there. Don't see any buildings or anything, so nothing like that, I'm gonna say. We move faster on the ground than we do in the water because of our speedy boots and pants that make us move faster. We will try to stick on land as much as we can. Uh, yeah, pumpkin. Does that give you? Well, that actually gives you pumpkin seeds. I didn't know that. But so yeah, so we now got some dripstone, which is nice. Get back to the house, set up uh, a lava farm, and we'll be back. Okay, well, we're almost back to the house now. So yeah, found a whole lot of sheep on the way back. Like a whole lot of sheep. I mean, look at all this wool. We got 64, a sack of 64, some other ones. It's pretty good. Yeah, so we can go in here. Just put wool in there. Let's go into this one. We'll put the terracotta and some of these other blocks in there. Like so. We'll go down to this one. Let's go ahead and put seeds in there. We got some more ore stuff we could put in there. And yeah, I did go ahead and grab a bucket of lava. So now what we need to do is we need find our cauldrons wherever I put those again. Not in there. Right here. Here we go. Okay, so we have cauldrons. Okay, so we got these. So we'll take 4 cauldrons out here. And we will put them, I believe we'll want to put them probably just right here. Right? So I'll put them right there. Then we'll click on B, grab out our dripstone, which will go right there. We'll hit B again to grab out our dripstone spikes, which will go right there. And then we just need some other stuff. Of course, we actually want lava on that before, because I think these will start filling up with water if we leave them like that. So let's go ahead and take those down. We need to get 4 buckets worth of lava. So let's go ahead, throw that up there so I don't accidentally do something stupid and put it on the ground. Um, there's another bucket there. I'm pretty sure there was one up in here, right? There's two. And there's two more. Okay, there we go. So we have that. So should be able to now come out here. I don't know if I have three over here or not. I do. One, two, three. Perfect. And now what we'll do is we'll come over here. We'll go like this. Throw that there. Throw that there. Climb up to here. We'll go ahead and put that dripstone there and there. And then we'll take this like this, where we put dripstone, dripstone. Ouch. I think I might have put that in the wrong spot. That's fine. We can just go like that for now. Come down here, grab that. And then come up here and put that there. And that'll close that off. And I think we are now getting lava from all of them. We might not be getting lava from this one. We are. Okay, sweet, sweet. We are getting lava from that one. So we can now go like this. You get that. Of course, sadly, because of that lava and the way lava seems to work, that area is now a kind of dangerous place to be. As you can see, as I get closer to it, my breath shows out, the little bubbles show up for suffocating. Because, yeah. Anyways, we can now come in here. Let's go ahead and sleep real quick. And do some other stuff real quick. Let's see. So once that's done, we are going to need fluid pipes. Okay, let's go ahead. Come out here. We'll grab our shovel. And come over to this, where we'll come down here. And we will put that like so. For that, I think best way to do this might be to go off of right here, because we have this belt right there. So if we went ahead and did this, we could go like this, right? And actually we have that as well. Might be a good way to do it. Yeah, let's go ahead in here. We do have a belt on us, don't we, actually? So we don't need to make a belt, so never mind. Let's not go in there. We do want to go ahead and eat some real quick. Okay, so if we took this and we put it out to here, right? And then we click on that, and then we click on that with a belt, right? Okay, there we go. So we got that. If we now went like this to here, let's see, we should have some small gears too, maybe. Does not look like we have some small gears as well. Oh, that sucks. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine without them. But we do need... Oh, we will need one of these, and we will need a depot, which I don't have on me. So let's go grab some stuff. Let's grab some stuff. Okay. So we come in here, grab this. We go. We don't have any... We might not actually have any small gears anymore. We only have the big one. See if we can find any of them at all. We do need one of these. No, so I don't think we have any. So we're gonna need some stuff. We click on here, small gears. No, okay, so to make small gears, we're gonna need the shafts. We're gonna need the hammer, mallet, and screwdriver. So the hammer, the mallet, and the screwdriver. We will need some andesite rods to make some andesite bolts, which means we're going to need that and that. I don't think we need the wrench, so I think we're going to be okay with just that stuff. We click on this, go like this to grab our depot out of it. And then we'll come over here. And again, we just need one of each of these. So if we click on, let's actually just make sure we don't have any in here real quick. Again, I know it's kind of a thing going through and making sure we don't have any of this stuff again, but it would save a lot of time if we don't need to make them. Definitely think we need to make them. Yes, we do. Okay, so to make these again, we're going to need the cutters, 2 sticks, and a wood plank. So we'll have to come find our cutters if we have them still. We might not. We might have broke them. I have a feeling we broke the cutters. Okay, so we're going to need some iron. And we're going to need 3 iron plates. So 1, 2, 3. That's 4, whatever. And we're going to need a couple of these. And I actually wanted to shift click on that. So we go like this. And then we click here and click here. Actually, no, never mind. We then just go like this, throw the saw up there. Or throw that there. Yeah, never mind. There we go. We can throw that there. And then we can click here and click on that and do that. There we go. To make ourselves a new pair of iron wire cutters. Okay, there we go. So then we can click this, make that, click this, make that, misclick, misclick, misclick. There we go. Click that to make that. And then we just need the one thing there, which means we need some wood. Which again, I did not chop down any trees while I was out because I completely forgot about wanting to do that. So we just got to see if we could find some of our wood. Not in there, not in there. That's not where I wanted that at all. Do we have our wrench on us? Might be in our bag. It's probably in here. There we go. Boom. Wait, we have some stuff in here too, don't we? Okay, what did we have in here? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Yep, nothing I needed. Darn, that sucks. I mean, we do have Boon of the Earth 3, which is probably going to be pretty useful. Yeah, I don't actually see... Wait, there we go. I saw it right there. There we go. So there's treated wood. That might work. I might be able to click on this and click on that. And nope, treated wood does not work. Okay. And that's not where I wanted that to go again. I'm not very good at placing playing this game, am I? There we go. So let's take that, put that in there. We got some ripped logs. We could probably just take those, throw them up in here, go like that. Click on this, go like that. There we go. And then we need sticks, which... I know we do have sticks somewhere. Again, but... Again, problem is, where did I put them? Not in there, there they are. Perfect. We'll grab the sticks out. Oh, there's also wood in that one. Okay, that's fine. We can then click here and just go like that. Boom. Then click here. Make just the one of these that we needed. Okay, and then we can come out here. And actually, I want... No, that's actually correct. I want it on this one. Right here. Where we'll then go like this, break that. This will go here, then here. And then up here, we will then grab this, which will go here, pointing that way, which will go here, there, to here. Perfect. I know we just wasted a full bucket of lava there, but that's fine. We could then put this here down right underneath that, where we will then also need to go ahead, grab this, and there's, I think I need to make another brass tunnel. So I think we're going to need to make another brass tunnel, one of these. So we are going to need some more dried kelp, which I do believe I have another dried kelp there. We do have brass somewhere. I just don't remember where it is. Yeah, there's brass right there. That's bronze. Never mind, that's bronze. We might have actually maybe in here. No. Okay, so it's not there. No, I definitely don't want to eat that. Let's take it off of there. Okay, let's also go ahead, throw dripstone in here. And what else do we need for this? We're going to need our knife, our wrench, and another one of these, which these we need a andesite screw. We need the andesite plate and the 2 wrought iron things, which we might have in here. So yeah, there's 1, 2. Actually, we already have the electron tube. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. I can just go like that and go like that. Put that in there. So we have the tube already. So we just needed a thing. What was I making again? The funnel. The funnel. We just need the wrench, the knife, and the plates. So the wrench, the knife, and we just need to find find our plates, which I know we have some brass somewhere. We definitely, there we go. There's some brass. Okay, perfect. Then we come over here, shift click that and go 1, 2, 3, 4. To then be able to click on this to make that. Okay, perfect. We could then bring this over here, where we put this right there, where we then click on it with an empty bucket. And, oh wait, we want it going in. We want that going in, because right now it's coming out. So if we go like this here, I'll let it go in, and we put that there now. It'll do that. Okay, perfect. Then we can click on, take this, click on that, that, come over here, this and this, and then that as well. And then if we put this right here, we also need to hook that up with a big gear. I forgot about that. So let's go ahead, actually take it down where we can then run and grab some big gears. Let's go ahead and sleep as well. Get rid of both the rain and the nighttime. And then we'll find some big gears. I know we have them all over the place. There we go. We could bring this out to here. Put it... Put it right there. Where we could then come down here. Put it off of that. And then from there, we could take this down. And then we can grab our mechanical arm again. Click on that. Click on that. That. This, and this. And then this. Wait, no, this will go right there. Perfect. That should work, I believe. I don't think this has to be next to that, but once that gets a bucket of lava in it, that should be okay. So once these fill back up and get a bucket of lava in them, and then that gets a bucket of lava in it, we will... That should give that a bucket of lava. That'll fill that up. And then do that. Of course, we could always try it beforehand, but I don't think we have extra lava. Anyway, I don't know for sure. Let's go ahead. Find out if we did have another bucket of lava. We don't. There's a bucket. Not a bucket of lava in there or there. Not one there. Not one there. Or there. Or there. And I'm pretty sure all these were pretty much empty. So, yeah. Okay. But if we go like this, we could just wait a little bit here. And yeah. So basically, the whole concept of this is the lava will fill up these, right? We'll get a thing. It'll then drain it into this. This will then fill up the bucket with lava. After filling up with the bucket with lava, the mechanical arm will reach up. Which actually, it says it has 0 stress units. Why does it say it has 0 stress units? It should be turning. It should be moving. Okay, so there's something wrong with that. And maybe it goes diagonal? Which would make some sense, I guess. Maybe if I go like that, I put it right there. Okay, so now it's moving. I don't know how far it can go. So if I go like this, and we can grab there, 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 there. Come under here, run through here. Of course, that doesn't help any. Go like this and like that. And then put that there. That should work. I think it'll go that far. I don't know for sure. I know it'll at least do those two. But that's the annoying thing about this, is it needs the big one. But, yeah. I don't think there's any way for me to try this out other than to wait at this point, because I don't think we have any more lava nearby other than just this one here. Which, yeah, I don't think is gonna help us any right now. We just kind of have to wait for these to make a bucket of lava to get that going. Okay. Anyways, let's go in here. We got some other quests done, apparently. In the Clockwork Age, I believe one of them was the smart pipe that we found. And I'm not entirely sure what else. Oh yeah, we found an anvil earlier, so we got the smart pipe, which will give us some apple juice and whatever. And then we got some more shafts from that. Okay, so where are we at exactly? So with this here, crushing wheel. We would need a second one of these, which is going to be that. I mean, that's simple to make, except it needs 21 of those. We only have 16 right now. So the next section, I think, I mean, because in order to even get to steel, we have to make a blast furnace and a primitive blast furnace. But to make the primitive blast furnace, we're going to need to make compressed fire brick and some compressed fire brick and make fire brick to then be able to make our primitive blast furnace. Of course, steel, according to this, it needs either one. We could possibly just straight up make the blast furnace. What does this require? Fireproof bricks, which are fireproof bricks, which are compressed fire clay, which is fire clay in a thing. With that and fire clay ball, I don't know how I make those because I click on that and it doesn't show up. So there's got to be a way to make fire clay. I'm just not entirely sure what it is. Oh, there you go. It sucked it. It burned it. It put it back. It then put that there. That's now going. So now the steam engine is actually up and running itself, which is super nice. I mean, it's only creating 16 because we have two things, but we now have a working steam engine. Yeah, perfect. So wonderful. Yeah, but we need to start working on getting into the next stuff. But with all of that working, we now technically can probably hook that back up. I don't know how long does a blaze burner, clockwork burner. So it's probably 1,000 seconds or so. Maybe something close to that. I don't know. Do we have? I'm gonna go like this real quick. Type in muffler. So all I see is for muffler hatches. It's this stuff here. Okay. I am curious though. Can I get the steam? So like that. The boiler status makes steam, right? To turn these steam engines, right? Can I take that steam out as steam? I don't know for sure. Anyway, so let's. So again, advanced clockwork mechanism. We need that in order to probably make these, which means we got to make some of these, which is another different step. It's 3 deployers, 2 smashes. So that's where we kind of get some annoying stuff with our setup already, right? So we have currently that going. I mean, it's not like it's hard to change this setup, really. We could literally just go up here. If I could fall down here and take this off, take that off, and take that off. And then we could go ahead and take that belt off there and that belt off there. And I believe we could just click from here all the way to there. No, not quite. We would need a single shaft inside of here, I believe. Yeah. So we could do that, right? And then again, clockwork mechanism. Deploy, 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 smash, deploy, smash. Okay, so deploy, 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 smash, deploy. So we would take this off, this off. Of course, we don't have room in our inventory for all of that, so we'll go like this real quick. Throw that stuff up there, grab this, did that go into that chest? It did. Okay, there we go. We can take that out, right? Then we can grab deployer, put it there, and rotate it so it goes down, and then grab smasher and put it there so it would do deploy, 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 smash, in. Okay. So we're good with that. So we can then just come over in here and let's throw some of this stuff in there because we are going to need some more stuff. I don't think I made enough brass other things, so we'll go ahead, we'll grab out all the brass we have. Close our door because we want to. We'll hit B. We grab out that, and that. Because I think in order to make this, we are going to need to make some of these. So let's go ahead here and make some of those. Actually, I have the iron on me, okay? Didn't realize I still had that on me. That's fine. We go like that to make our hammer. We can shift click on this to make, I was going to say 18 of those. One more. There we go. Then shift click that, and we'll just make 9 of those for right now. We then needed the nuggets, which was that. We're going to go ahead and make just 2 sets of those because, yeah, I wanted to make 9, but we'll just go with that. We're going to need 9 of those and 9 of those. I think for now we're just going to worry about making 1. So we will need another one of these, which means we need stuff, which I might have put in here. Nope, didn't put in there. There we go, small gear. What else do we need? We need the andesite bolt to make another one. There we go. We go like that to make one more of those. And then we have currently 2 of those. We have that. We have the smashy. We have that. So we just need a plate. So we'll go like that. Okay, there we go. Then we can just go ahead and hit B real quick. Throw some of this stuff in there so we have room down here to go like this. We'll need this, this, and this. So we'll run around, we'll run up. We'll try to get over this without doing that. Okay, and then we put this here, this here, this here, and that there. And then that there. And it'll do that, it'll smash. It'll do that, it'll smash. It'll go in, we take it out. Run it back, throw it down. And let it go like that till it smashes perfectly. Boom. I don't know why that keeps saying Amaraka soda or whatever, because, yeah. Anyways, let's jump back in here and sleep. And once we wake up, we can look at this again, where we go back into here and click on this and click on this and see what we need. So we're going to need deploy, deploy, smash, deploy, smash. So we basically could skip one of the deployers. So we are going to need 2 of the electron tubes, which kind of sucks that we need 2 of those. Let's go ahead, do that. We'll grab that out. We'll grab this out. We'll grab that out. We'll come over here, grab that out, go like this. And in order to make the electron tubes, again, yeah, we're going to need some of those. So we'll go like this. Apparently we need another file. So, shit, I keep losing everything over here. There we go. Why can't we do that? Do we need another hammer again? Or no, I put the hammer in there. Never mind, we have a file in here too. So again, to make this, we're gonna need a couple more screws, right? Right? Because we don't have the screws. Yeah, so we'll need the screws. So we go like this, and we'll click this and go like that, and then we'll click this and go like that, and then we'll click this, go like that, and then we'll click this, and we'll get 3 of them. Okay, good. We only need 2. I'm not sure. Is that pour iron gears or pour steel gears? Okay, so we're gonna need some pour steel again. So we'll have to come grab all of that from wherever I might have put it as well. Zinc, pour steel plates, and yeah, that's all of that. So let's go ahead. Throw some of this stuff in here that we don't actually need on us, like the boat and that and that. For now, should help us make some of this stuff. Okay, so to make a pour steel gear, we need 4 plates and 2 rods. So if we go like this, we'll get another. Wait, I thought I pulled out some plates. Did I put them back in here somehow? No. Okay, I just might not have had room to take them out. Okay, that's fine. We'll go like that. There we go. And then we'll put the file, I believe, up there with 4 of those. There we go. And then with that, we should be able to click here, click here, click here to get this. But we technically need 2 of those. So let's go ahead and go like that. Put that up there, go like this. We'll go like that to get that. We'll then click here to get this. And then again, we need sticks. So we'll come over here, grab wood, grab sticks, grab file, and press R. And go, okay, it doesn't want to put it up there, so we'll go like that, and like this, and go 1, 2. And we'll take that down, grab our hammer, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll click on this to make another pour steel gear. Okay, so we have 2 of those, we have 2 of those. We are going to actually need another one of the clockwork things, which kind of sucks because we just made the one. So if we go like this to make the plate we'll use, the electron tubes, we just need more wrought iron. which we do have. So we'll grab it. We'll come back over here. Shift click on that. I'm just going to go ahead and say screw it. Make all of them it as well. You get it because they're bolts. Screw it. Yeah. I mean, they're not screws, but you know, whatever. Then we'll click on that. And we'll click on that. Just make 6 of those because we're going to need 2 for this and 2 for that, right? So that's good. So we have 2 more for that. I think we need, in that case, some more of these. So let's go ahead, shift click this and go like that. And then I meant to shift click that. Where we go like that to make some more of those, to then shift click this to make some more of those. Okay. So now we could go ahead, run back up there real quick. Go here, where I don't even know how many tubes we have. Okay, actually we had 7 brass things in there, so we'll go ahead, throw that there. Right, the electron tube is what went first. No, we need, never mind. This goes here for that, and then we need the gear. Okay. Okay, that's what it was we needed. So let's open this up. We'll take this back out. We'll click here. We need some more of those, which means we need that. So we'll go like this. And just throw this up there with this to get 4 of those. To get that, to then go like this. Nope, the other way around. To make a bunch of those. To be able to then shift click on this to make some of those. Then we can click here and go like this to make that, to click that, to click that, to click that, and make that. There we go. Okay. So we'll need this and this. And we can bring this up here. And we can put those in there. There's 6 in there. So that can make 3. There's nothing there to make 3. There's nothing there to make 3. Technically, there's nothing there to make 3 as well. Let's go ahead. I'm only going to make 1. Because that's what we need right now. It's just 1. Okay. Bring it back around. Do it again. And yeah. So that'll make that. Okay, and then we can click here to take this off of here. Get 2 open hands to be able to take that out of there and that out of there. And that out of there. Okay. So then, again, in order to make this, so we have 2 of those first. Then 2 gears, and then 2 of those. Okay, so it'll be 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of those. Okay, so we put this, because it needs to go that, so we put this right there. We put this right there. We put that right there, and then we need what? Just a pour steel plate, right? Yeah, which we don't have. Let's make some of those real quick. Really should just get a crafting table up there. So let's go like this. Go like that. And we'll put a crafting table up there. So that if I have to ever make anything quick like that I have, I could easily do. So we could just put that right there. And then we could go like this and say pour steel plate. Like so. Which we then put down right there. That'll do this whole step. And man, this requires a lot of stuff. Okay, let me grab that out. Take it. Throw it down right there. It'll do it again. And so much easier, though, than all the other stuff. Okay, there we go. That's that quest complete. According to this now, we should be able to just straight up make this blast furnace. But how we get... Okay, the Create mod is about as annoying as the Greg Tech one. Okay. It also doesn't wall share like the Greg Tech one. So I'm assuming this is the Greg Tech one. Yes, this is the Greg Tech one. As for the concrete in this recipe, it's mostly water, sand, gravel, clay, and lime sand. Lime sand is made by crushing or milling limestone. The fire bricks can be made with fire clay. Which makes me actually wonder real quick. If I click on that, that's all I need for that. We click on this, it says something about needing whatever. Oh, the liquid concrete bucket. Okay. Okay. Which that we make by making liquid concrete, which we make by mixing cement, slag, and all. So that's actually, that sounds very, very annoying. Let's go see what the Greg Tech one actually wants us to do. So for this one, in order to unlock it, what are we missing? We are missing a task for it. Advanced clockwork, mechanical crafter, fire brick. So okay, so this is what we're missing. We have to do this whole compressed fire clay thing. So we'll get that to get this. And then there's ×3. Okay, so how many fire bricks are we going to need for this thing? So we need 32 fire bricks. Oh my goodness, let's get the phone out again. So we need 32 fire bricks plus whatever it's going to take to make this thing. This thing uses 1, so we need 33 fire bricks of these. Which we use, of course, we need liquid concrete for that as well. Okay, so we're going to have to work on getting some stuff for that. It does look like we can mix fire bricks, I guess. Okay, so yeah, we're going to have to work on liquid clay and fire bricks probably anyways. But anyways, we need 33 times 6. So we're going to need we're basically going to need 200 bricks. And 200 bricks. To get 200 bricks, we have to get compressed fire clay and smelt it. Which, honestly, that's going to be easy. Getting the 200 of these is probably where it's going to be hard. Pressuring. So we would need to put under high heat some fire clay dust. And all of that's one. So we're going to need 200 fire clay dust, which is going to be brick dust and clay dust for 2. So if brick dust gives you 2, that means we're going to need 100 brick dust and 100 clay dust. Right, so I'm going to take a second to write that down just so I don't forget. 100 brick plus clay dust. Okay. So we could just say that. Okay. 100 brick dust, 100 clay dust. What do we need? I'm assuming to get brick dust, we take bricks. Ooh, that's annoying. Ooh. But it's actually got to be brick blocks. Okay, brick blocks will give you 4. Okay, so if we get 100 bricks, that's where it would be annoying. So if we click that, if we did this, it would be that. But if we actually throw it in a millstone, we just need 1 brick. So if we get 100 bricks, which is going to be 100 compressed clay, which means we're going to need 100 clay. Because like right now we have 20 bricks. We do have 2 of these, so that's basically 28. So if we grabbed this and brought this up here, we could take this, throw that in there, throw that in there, and that'll start getting us some brick dust. In order to, so if we go in here though, we want these bricks, right? So in order to get these bricks, again, we need the clay dust, which is in the curving thing. So that's where we take, oh man, a thing with a thing. So I'm trying to think here. If we went like this, we're gonna need probably both the andesite funnels. That'll make it easier. Let's go ahead and we don't. Let's sleep real quick. We need to go get some wood. We need to just go get some wood real quick. So let's go ahead, click on this, take this out, and go cut down a couple trees real quick. I'm gonna run way over here where, of course, there's some pillagers over there. Well, we're gonna run over here where the trees are a little bit bigger. Hopefully this one just doesn't break the axe, right? It's broken. Okay, figures. But still, one big tree should give us a decent amount of wood. Oh, we got a brass casing off something, too. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and close that. We'll throw this in here. And for now, let's go ahead and throw some of this other stuff in there as well. Okay, so we need that. So I was going to go like this. We'll go like this, and we'll say 2 chests. We click that. We could do it with these, but we definitely don't want to use these. So let's go ahead so it doesn't mess us up. We'll put all those in there. We'll then click here. And then we'll go like this and get a bunch of wood that way. So then we can just shift click here, get some chests. There we go. We could then go like this, take this up here, where we'll go over to this other belt that we're not actually using right now. Let's go ahead, take this wood. We could put that right there. And we could just put this chest right here. And we put this chest right here. And then we'll take our funnels. If I put a funnel there and a funnel there, that'll take the stuff out, put it in. We will need 2 of these. And we'll grab our wrench real quick. We'll take that out of there. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm just going to take that out of there. And we're just going to go like this. And put this there like so. We need to find our pressing thing. We also want to take care of those guys down there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we have that. We can now go find our press and our other things. Let's see. Do I see it in there? Nope. Do I see it in here? Nope. Is it in here? Nope. In here? Nope. I don't think it was in there. I don't think it's in any of these because I think these all have the other stuff that we got from other places. So is it in here? Nope. Is it in here? Nope. In here we have this and that. There we go. We grab those out. We then bring this up here, go over like this, go over like this. We need to make this all much bigger upstairs. And then this goes right here with this connected to it. And then what that should do, if we get a bunch of the fire, or no, we need the clay, right? In order to get bricks, in order to do that. So we need to go find our clay. We should have some more somewhere. Ooh, there's 52 right there. That'll probably be enough for that. We could just bring that, take that, I believe just throw it in here. Where this will go like that. And then once that's done, we could then just bulk blast all this into that, and then we could throw it in the grinder as well. Get that. And then in order to get clay dust, we need to just throw clay in there. So we're going to need another whole bunch of clay. So we grab our shovel. We have it already. Let's just run down in here, open up this, throw a bunch of this stuff here and there, because why not? And let's go get some clay and come back once we got some clay. Although, actually, let's do it like this. We'll go ahead, back in here, grab the iron, and that's it. That's all we need. Okay. We'll go like this, shift click here and go 1, 2, 3. And just make ourselves an iron spade. I'm pretty sure we have one somewhere. I'm pretty sure we do, but, you know, it seems like a lot of work to go find it. And then we'll come down here. And get some clay. Oh, come on. Come on, game, really? We'll get some clay. Like so. There we go. How much did we get? I don't think we got anywhere close to enough. We got 1 stack. Okay. So time to find some more clay. But we'll come back with it. Okay. Well, we are back. We are now compressing fire clay and stuff, and I apparently made like twice as much as I thought I had to. Apparently, I guess no wait, because I needed 200 of it, right? And I made, yeah, I made a lot more. I think I made like I got enough for like 250 or something like that. But this is now compressing. Also, like I said, went ahead, extended this out, and now it's a little bit better. Of course, you know, a bunch of this stuff will probably end up moving still. We will probably not keep this all here. All of this is probably going to end up moving out over top of that area right here at some point later. Like everything's going to move because I don't want it on top of the base. This is just convenience, and I didn't feel like doing all that. But as you can see, this is making its compressed fire clay, which makes the compressed fire clay brick things. Once that's done, we'll be able to do that, but then I still have another 2 stacks of it to do after that. I think I could just click on it with this, and that'll pull it out, and then I can put it in. Alright, so once this is done, 2, 1, 0. Boom, I could just do that and then throw that stack in. That's still got lots of time. And then we could run over here, drop down here, and that broke that, darn. Thought it might if I did that, but we could then come to right here, throw both of those, and that'll make that. But yeah, this thing makes is very, very annoying. That's one reason why I'm thinking I want to get it moved out of here and further away from the base, so we don't really need to listen to it all the time. But yeah. But let's see, we need our bricks. I can't tell if they're done or not. I don't think they are. I mean, I would assume... Yeah, because they should be like a tan... Yeah, like that color there. There we go. That's our fire brick... Wait. Oh, that was a mechanical arm. I thought I saw a fish in there. I'm like, wait, what the heck's a fish doing in there? We could do that. Let's go ahead, run back up here. See how close this is. Yes, so that takes a while. Might be able to speed it up even more as well with the boiler working. But who knows for sure. Although I do want to check something else while we are here. We go back in here and type in enchanting table again. I think the thing that we're stuck with now, though, is actually these obsidian plates. So there's two different ones. You have obsidian plate, which looks like we would need a hammer thing, which we might be able to do. I'm not quite sure how it works. We might be able to do that. So if we click on this, that's that iron springs. Yeah, we might be able to easily do that. I mean, ooh. Iron blocks. Actually, no, iron blocks would be easy because we got this thing now, right? So we could just get liquid iron, just throw 9 things of iron. Just, swap out. Let's go take this out and throw this in. We could swap out this casting basin or this casting table for the basin and swap out the foundry, glass foundry for the foundry lid. And if we did that, that'll give us everything we need for that. Yeah. Perfect. I wonder, is there anything else that like that brick? Not even that. We want to click on this. So if I pressed U on this, what else can this make? This can make the cinder flower block. It can make the cinder block using concrete mixture. If we figure out how to get the fire clay, it would be used to make fire clay. If we have a convexing head over under it or on it, is how we would make a bucket, and then we can make the compressed coke clay and then that. If we have this, we would make flower pot, copper cup, terracotta bowl, wooden cup, just some other weird frames, a sake cup, support wedges, and some fancy raked gravel, and then just more things. Okay, so we don't necessarily need it for a whole lot of stuff. What are we looking like here? Here we go. We got 2 more of those. There we go. We can now take these other 2 over here, these other 2 stacks, and throw them out there. Wait for them to be done. And once they are done, all we need at that point is the liquid concrete bucket. Well, there's the liquid from Create, and then there's the one from Greg Tech. The one from Greg Tech's probably the one we're going to go for. We got the quartz sand and the calcite dust. The calcite dust, I'm assuming we can get that Ooh. Ooh, I don't see an easy way to get that. We could blast calcite ore. Do we even have any calcite? We're gonna need a lot of calcite ore, aren't we? Because we're gonna need I don't remember. So we get this. Each one of these makes one. Actually, we want this one. But yeah, each one of these makes one brick. So we're gonna need 32 of those, right? We click here, we click here. We're gonna need 33 of those. Okay. So we're gonna need 33 buckets of that, which means we're going to need a lot of calcite. Which again, refined calcite we would get from that, but we definitely don't think we're gonna get to be able to do it via that. So raw calcite or any calcite ores. Raw calcite, we get that in a fluorspar, which has fluorspar, barite, and calcite, or in a lapis. Oh, good, we have a possible lapis vein real close, don't we? I think. Let's just go double check. I believe over here was lapis, right? Yeah, so lapis surface rock. So with that, we could probably just work our way down to wherever that would be. And we might be able to find ourselves a lapis vein. So it's negative 60 through 10. So we're going to have to go pretty far down to find that. But if we could find that, that'll give us solidite, lapis, lazurite, and calcite. So that is going to be the goal for between these next two episodes, is going down and getting a bunch of calcite. For now, this will be it for this one. We got a fully functional steam burner. We have, yeah, a fully functional steam burner that is just straight up working on its own. That's got 300. That's that. We technically might still need more of this. We could worry about that later. Again, making that bigger overall might just come when I finally get the ability to come over, when I decide to move over and make more room for everything and get everything set up a little bit better. Because right now everything is not set up efficiently. I mean, we're using so much space for stuff and packing it in such a tiny area. It would be real nice. I mean, that's going to suck to tear down and move again. But right now we are using up so much space, or so much compaction space, just to do all of this. But granted, we might not need that fully set up. Well, no, I'll probably end up fully setting that up like that and connecting it up to this. Like right now, the only reason why this was running is because that is on. I mean, once this runs out of fuel, you know, once those run out of fuel, they yeah, they stop spinning. And if that wasn't connected to this, then yeah. But I might even just make a couple of windmills that are smaller. So I don't know if I need that to be that big if I speed it up with that. But I might just make one or two of them over there. And yeah, I think that's going to be the thing. We'll make two, one that goes slow. Or it'll start out, we'll have well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Until then, thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, doing whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. As always, force your friends to watch. We will come back next time. And like I said, I'm going to go get that calcite. We'll do some other stuff. And then we will progress from there. We have not a lot left to do before we get into steel. Of course, speaking of steel, before we do leave, I did find 10 more steel ingots while I was out exploring the other day. So we can technically make a flint and steel to get into the nether to work on some of that stuff. But let's go ahead quickly and get these, which gave us some more andesite alloy and some more large cogwheels. But if we can get into the nether, we could do some stuff. And then, of course, one of the biggest things, I don't think I could start. I don't think I could start AE yet. I don't think we could start that for a while. Let's go ahead, click on this. And click on this. And I mean, I'm assuming like the calc. Yeah, so this here is basically all the first stuff. In order to even for it to want us to get into this, we need the printed calculation press, which doesn't even come until we get to advanced chemical reactor. We need to get power. So, I mean, I believe we're going to end up we can't even do it until we get to the low voltage where we could actually start producing some power from these types of things. And if we click on this, type in generator, these are pretty much our own thing. Technically, there is the Stirling generator, which uses either of these iron gears. So we technically could make a Stirling generator. Void chest. So yeah, we have everything we need in order to do that. So we could make a Stirling generator. And with a Stirling generator, we could use that for basic power to probably even make ourselves the gadgets for building and stuff like that, which would probably also help out quite a bit. And see what we can do from there. We technically do have Draconic Evolution in here as well, which if we were able to get to the end, we can do stuff there. I don't think there are jetpacks in this, though. Let's just double check real quick. Jet. So actually, yeah, there are some electric jetpacks from Greg Tech, which we definitely can't get to until much, much later. Looks like those use steel and lead and some other stuff. Liquid field, electric, advanced electric, jetpack from Create, which would need an elytra, which technically, like I said, we could go get, but yeah, and then a netherite one. Same thing, and then we have a jet suit from Ad Astra, which requires a lot of stuff that we would need from a different planet. And yeah, so yeah, jetpacks, we are nowhere close to being able to do anything like that with flying around. FLIGHT, so I mean, we have those. There are some potions of flying, which grant creative flight. What do we need for those? So we would need a potion of levitation and a potion of flying. Either that or it's potion of this to make that. I think that might be what it says. Yeah. Okay, so we would need a potion of levitation and a popped chorus fruit. So we'd still need to get to the end. Potion of levitation is just a spider eye into a potion of falling, which is an awkward potion with a phantom membrane, which is that. Okay. So there is all of that, and then we have the flight modules for Draconic Evolution stuff, which we are, again, nowhere even close to. But yeah, but again, thank you for watching. We'll come back. I'll have everything we need to start some stuff. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I mean, we do have this once we figure out how to do this stuff here and get this stuff working, we could probably work on some of that and get it going. And yeah. Anyways, until next time, peace out. See you later.